live on a brand new, beautiful day. Let's get this party started, shall we? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual psychoanalyst and healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, his very first child, himself incarnated in the female form. I am the dark goddess Lilith, reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you better see what I post on my community page, my latest live video, and my last short. Whoosh, whoosh. I had a night. We stayed up real late, freaking doing a lot of psychoanalysis. Broke through some great stuff, only to turn around and have more work to do this morning. Where'd you end up this morning? Well, after spending, at least 20 minutes doing my typical OCD, I think we need to start studying that, like it brought up yesterday. And my escapisms. Really? Yeah, that's what I got out of it. I was just trying to get out of this, and then I got that. We'll trade. We'll trade toxic sexual behaviors for obsessive compulsive disorders and throw in escapism. These will be your challenges for the week. Oh, lovely. Can you stop these behaviors? That's what we're doing. Oh, gosh. Obviously, you go to my short and you'll see you can't relate to where I am, but I'm just continuing on with my amazing work, and I will leave it here for humanity to study for the rest of their lives. I don't have time to sit there and break down all of this. We need to keep going. We have new lessons. All right, so that card was sitting there since yesterday. I posted something this morning. It was actually Pitbull. Pitbull. His real name is Armando. I met Pitbull in Miami. He wasn't even signed by then. He was opening for other acts, just like we all get started doing. This is how we do it. He was in a club. I forgot the club. He was opening for Dirtbag. These are all local artists to Dade County. But at that time, Little John was in the house. He was up on the higher level checking it all out. And then after his performance, he ended up there talking and stuff. And here we are today, Mr. Worldwide. I was there for that. I also, around that time, met Pretty Ricky. They were doing, I met them on the beach. They told me they were in town doing their video shoot. A different time that I went there, I ran into Soldier Boy. They're just people, bro. I attract fucking celebrities because I myself am a celebrity. Realistically, yeah, I'm fucking famous, dude. I'm known all over this place. Don't let the fucking following fucking throw you off. I'd be pushing people away like you would not believe. They just know they gotta stay away. They don't stop being a fan. A stan. So we had celestial music, and I was talking about how music, I've always taught you this since the beginning, and that's why I share so much music in my community page. Oh, and I was laughing. It's like, how can you share this godly gospel music and then go play this dirty, dirty, foul-mouthed music? Hey. It's like you can't be both. Don't tell me what I can't be. I can be an equal fucking balance of dark and light. You can't change me. I can only become more of me. And the essence is like, I'm not supposed to give up my dark. I'm just supposed to heal it. And that's what we're doing all the time. Yesterday was a pretty amazing show. Like, I believe I deserve an Emmy for that one. Some kind of stripe or something. The fact that I just got blasted with new work is just dumb. We're going to talk about celestial sound, and that's exactly why I'm a link to so many singers and songwriters and artists and stuff like that. I'm here to bring them the new frequency. I'm here to bring humanity the new frequency. And music is universal. I got to teach it to them so they can change the frequency. In essence, I kept saying I was going to make them, but then God's like, you know what? You're going to just have to make this music and show them how it's done. So I myself have a whole soundtrack to my documentary already put in a file of this is what it is, and this is what it sounds like, and this is what you need to, incorporate into your music. But there's videos, and I've been telling them since the beginning that they needed to make some good vibes if they wanted to stay alive. Bee Gees. Sorry, I wasn't about to sing that. I just yelled their name so they could just be acknowledged in time. So we'll get to that card. Realistically, I just want to check the tarot cards because we have shifted energy into some more. Are we at the 12-day, the 10-day energy? Oh, shit. Hold on. I felt a shift. What is it? It could be the 10-day shift. I don't know. We were in 10 days of what? What were we in? Change in circumstance? Yeah, shit's been changing. Oh, yeah, it was all that ups and downs. Up and down like a roller coaster. That's what I heard. All right, what's the next one? Let me see. What's today's date, people? October 2nd. September 22nd was when it started. No, we're not there yet, but I feel it. I felt it. You see? You be on schedule. I feel the schedule. I felt the shift. What did I feel? What number is that? Who knows? Does it have a number? Number 4? That sounds about right. We restarted the year. It's a new Egyptian year. Really? Yeah, it's going to be a new Wiccan year in Halloween. What's this one? Construction and building. Yeah, that's it. We deconstructed our whole life, and now we're going to have to build it. Rebuild this bitch. Bob the Builder. Yes, I can. All right, I want to go back to that video last night. Exactly what I said. I am a master manifester, but somehow I keep fucking this up. So I have to find out what is wrong. Look back at the job, bro. I manifested that job to absolute particulars. I said, it'd be cool. I put out all of these wish lists. I send a wish list to Santa Claus. I was like, I need a job that's just leave me alone. Maybe something overnight. Just leave me alone. I need, you know, maybe like a security job or maybe working with elderly, da-da-da-da-da-da, and da-da. I got exactly what I wanted, but I didn't want it after I got it. Same thing with fucking Wolfman, and that was what I was talking about last night. I fucking totally put this guy together. I built the shit out of this bitch. I built this city. I built the shit out of that bitch. Actually, that's why the whole fucking universe was so angry with me. Why? Because I was supposed to go for him. He was exactly to my specifications. How does that make you feel? It made everyone else feel all kinds of other ways. You'll have to look at the video. It's like our year anniversary. I met him like a year ago. And I was like, it's a video called, maybe I'll go find it. Something about love or attraction. I was like, oh God, what is this I'm feeling for this guy? Am I in love? I'm like feeling all kinds of ways for you. Are you a lesson or a blessing? I'm serious. It was a year ago. And here we are. Oh, that didn't go so well. And then you look back, you're like, oh, I wish I would have done something different. That's no such thing. You did exactly what you were supposed to do, and if you're supposed to do it different, then you'll have to repeat this lesson. Really? Yeah. When I realize I've made a mistake, I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm going to have to do this again. Like every time I would block Bobby and run away, like, oh, I'll see you again. When I have more strength, we'll have to do this again. Really? Yep. Always. I realized right after, oh, this is going to come back to haunt me. And what happened? I just repatterned. I did the same thing. So now going into my patterns, I have OCD, right? And that came up in my video. It's like I'm very anal retardant and unflexible. And it's just a pattern. They're just patterns. And as I remove all these patterns, I need to remove this. Not become the dirty bitch, but just not become psycho, or not become, you know, like I went to sit down to do my video and I was like, I can't sit in this. So what'd you do? Completely cleaned everything, made all of the beds, put everything away, folded clothes, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, fucking wipe things down, da-da-da-da. Do you do that all the time? Every fucking morning after the kids leave. And then when they come back, every time I come up here, I just walk around them like fucking that little thing from WALL-E. It's a little bit uncontrollable, I suppose. That's compulsive disorder. And if you realize that this is trauma-based, that I'm doing this out of a trauma, then I'm reliving trauma. This is very unhealthy. It looks good, though. It looks good on the outside. You don't realize that this is psychotic. Oh, man. That's where it is. It's like, damn, I don't have time for you. I have to work on me. Shut up, Russ. Nobody's going to stick by my side while I'm doing this type of work. Why? Because it calls you to do the same type of work. You can't just sit there watching me, you know what I mean, be better, and you're just, you know, sitting there having a beer. That's no better. You're no better. Anyway, so there's a lot going on here. I did a lot of work. And I saw the fucking dragonfly again this morning. I should probably pull that card. I shared a video about it yesterday. I was like, they're talking to me. Everything's talking to me. So we have a change in our energy in like 2 days. I don't know when the second of the month is, but I can feel it now. Why do you feel it so soon? Because I'm on the Egyptian calendar, so I'm already like a day ahead. And when it comes to witches, we get it like the day before, the day of, and the day after. It's like a period. Period. Point blank. Going kind of fast. Are you keeping up with me? Can't. It's okay. It's Mars energy. I'm full of energy. What are you gonna do with all that energy? I guess I'm gonna do laundry. As I say, I'm gonna try to control my compulsive. No, dude, that thing is hidden behind. If you look behind door number 1, you'd be like, damn, you gotta do something. And I'm being guided to clean out my closets. I need to get rid of clothes. Yeah? Why? Because we're not wearing those going forward. We need different clothes. So we need to make room for the new wardrobe. Really? Yeah. Oh, my wardrobe is filled with fucking dirty clothes. All makes sense to me. Make it make sense, Holy Spirit. Yeah. Are you guys ready? Damn, where did I click on? You clicked on the universe, bro, and it just comes in. Oh, well, is this the card? Hey, he looks kind of scary. He looks very Halloweenish. Well, we're going to start with this card. He looks scary. What the fuck is that? He looks scary as fuck. Fucking Morgan, dude. She buys these cards. I'm like, dude, these are dark. Give me those cards. That was the High Priestess in me like you would not believe, bro. What is she reading now? She's currently reading Alice in Wonderland fucking cards. She don't need this. This is dark. You know why it was? Because I'm anal retardant. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to buy new cards. I am... I don't want to. I don't want to buy more shit. I just don't want to accumulate shit. So I would have never bought these. So the Holy Spirit tricked me. They used this whole situation. She was guided. She pulls them out, and she's like, I feel like I want to get these. I was like, well, the crows represent the Morgan, and this makes sense. Yeah, grab it. And then she's like, her first card, I was like, what card did you pull? She's like, the death. I was like, what? I was like, no, it starts with, it looked like a dead card. And she brings me the cards, and I'm like, oh, hell. These are shadow cards, bro. Give me that. Give me those. I was like, I'll take these from you, and I'll go buy you some new cards. So that's how that happened. I didn't intend on taking you through hell in this kind of... did a new visual of hell, I suppose. We're only going to read one of these. Why? Because one is enough. Look at that picture. Ugh. That thing would give me nightmares. Get in my face. 4 of Pentacles. We erect strong walls to keep safe that which we have earned. Oh, I feel very seen. They're like, I see you behind your high towers. Get it? The towers, they will fall. It is wise to protect what we treasure, but fear of the thief will rob us from the joy we may experience from our belongings. To hold on too tight is to squeeze the life out of life. Keyword: protectiveness, greed, mistrust, and firm. It's funny, this protectiveness, it hit me today. All right, so I was burning some it was an alignment thing. And I don't know where it came from, but I realized it just kind of clicked on me as I'm not set apart from those cards. Those cards said we needed we needed a lot of protection, that we were under a lot of attack. All right. First off, I don't feel shit. And if the attacks are working, obviously you can see that all they're doing is pushing my shadows to the front line so I can face them. I don't fall into despair like they're hoping. If this is the truth, and that's how it started in the beginning, something has to push this shit to the surface. That's why I hate this twin flame journey. All you do is make me hurt. You don't hurt me, you make me fucking reflect on my hurt. You trigger me into some fucking terrible memory, and I have to sit there dealing with it, and I go into it, and when I come out, you're nowhere to be found. You just push me off the edge of reality. Every fucking time. Pick one. They all do it. So triggering. Yesterday, first thing in the morning, I'm sitting there in my pains of having to lose my dogs. Because Lewis, I remember. I cried. I was there at the table, remembering my dog be put to sleep. I remembered all that. Where do you think these memories come from? I get into your feelings, and then I remember something, and I tell you this story. this terrible, tragic story of how I felt like you. But my story is way worse, I think. No, it doesn't, the pain is the same. It doesn't matter what the story is. It's the same pain. It doesn't matter what the story is. To say that I hurt more than Lewis hurt yesterday is an absolute fucking lie. Everybody that's ever been in that place has hurt the same way. It feels the same amount of pain. Right? And I go over to Allie, and who reminds me what it feels like to be rejected. Go over to fucking Russ, and it reminds me of what it feels like to be unseen and unappreciated and used. Right? Go over to fucking Lewis and shows me how fucking driven I am and how, you know what I mean, I have this one-track mindset that doesn't see anything but the fucking end of this fucking journey, where I'm always just trying to get to the fucking end. I can go over and see fucking Marshall and see how I just want to fucking talk all kinds of shit because I'm just pissed off, and it just blurts out of my motherfucking mouth. And then there's the superiority of the fucking Hades. I'm better than you. Man, that's a really bad thing to reflect. We're all fucking better than you, and you don't exist in our world, and we're just gonna hump and dump you. What a great energy we share. You guys remind me of the worst parts of me. Thanks. And then in the essence, it's because I need to remember them and face them. Like I tried to hide them just like you do. No, I'm not that person. I was never that. Oh, wait. This is me. This isn't you. I'm the one that keeps taking control in the bedroom. This isn't you. I'm calling you in, aren't I? I'm sending signals, aren't I? You want to fuck? All right, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm realizing that this is all about me. This is a terrible twin flame journey. They tell you it is, but the whole time you're like, no, it's them, and they're not healing, and they're a piece of shit, and we could be happily ever after if they could just get their life together. Meanwhile, you don't realize that's all you. Are you enjoying this twin flame journey? No, I hate this fucking thing. I hate this thing. And so it's like, can you imagine living with Russ where he would just trigger me all day long? God damn it. The very thought of waking up to your face, I'd be fucking pissed off. I just have to deal with myself all day. And that's not more than what I do, but it's just accelerated. That's why I'd be like, I'll be fine, and then here comes Bobby to start fucking boiling me. Or any Friday thing, to be honest. But especially these guys. Especially. All of them, bro. They make me see me. They're an absolute mirror. And I don't want to look at them. I'll be blocking them. I'll be running from them. I say everything to get away from them. Like, no, I'm not, it's not them. It's me. And it's like, you know what I realized after this? I don't like me. I gotta stop attracting people like me. Because I just keep attracting the people, the unhealed versions of me. I need something not like me. That's what I said about fucking Wolfman. You're so much like me, it makes me sick. I can't deal with me. I'm too busy dealing with me to deal with another mini me, an unhealed version of me. I'm already dealing with the unhealed version of me. You want to just play? No. You're feeding into my shadows here. You're making this worse. You're an absolute fucking, and that's it. Like, I could sit there with Marshall and we can just feed off of this so bad. I feel okay talking the worst shit. I feel like it's a high five, like long distance. Did you hear that? That was good. That was a great burn. You could never burn someone like I burned someone. And it's just, that's all we're doing is just burning. This is so fucking unhealed. Really? Yeah. Who's unhealed? Me and the world. But through my healing, I can reflect it back to other people. But I got a lot of work to do. So I get a job. Bitch, I'm unhealed. This is my job. I do the hardest work that ever has been done. Which is what? Break open the psyche and let out the spirit. I teach the awakening, bitch. The fuck are you doing? Sleeping? Sleeping. Alright, anyways, going back to this. What did we say? Protectiveness. Yeah, so, going back to it. If, for whatever reason, that's what started this, thank you for your contributions of negativity that brought my negativity to the surface so I could face it and feel more positive about and empowered about myself. I appreciate all your hard work and dedication to take me down, and in essence, just lift me up higher. Where am I supposed to go from here? I don't know. We'll keep digging up more shit. Don't you realize that? My pain is my power. It's like, are you addicted to it? Nope. I'm just used to it. I'm addicted to what comes after. I have a full understanding of what the light is on the other side of this tunnel. I get locked in there. I get knocked down. I get stuck in this mind and these memories, and it's a fucking shit show, and I'm just crying, and I have no energy to even eat a meal, and I don't know if I brushed my teeth. Type of shit like that, because I'll be fucked up in my head for a while. But when I get out of there, bro, I am so much more powerful than I was before I ever went in there. I find gold in there, bro. I find myself. I find my healing. I find confidence. I find empowerment. I find strength. I find all kinds of unbelievable, amazing things of myself behind my pain that makes me stronger each and every time. And that's kind of like a workout plan, bro. It's got to hurt for it to work. You know what I mean? Like, you got to feel that burn. Otherwise, you're not pushing your muscles, bro. And speaking of which, I pulled a muscle. Did you? Yeah, not working out. I fell like an old person. Dude, it was so funny how it all went down. God is hilarious. There was this amazing... Okay, so I tell my kids every time, if it's raining, I'll pick you up. But I purposely try to push the rain so I ain't got to pick them up. So I'm sitting there at 4 o'clock. I'm like, do I need to pick up my son? And there's this amazing fucking lightning show going on and thunder. But there's no drops. So I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm just going to walk over to fucking Target and get some sugar, because I didn't do that earlier. And as I'm walking back, it is raining for real. Now I am covered in rain. I am like dancing in the rain. And I'm walking over this bridge, and my slippery, slidey shoes slipped from underneath me. It was one of those great ones where you see the woman, she like, from underneath her feet, she like slides and her bags go flying up. It was great. My whole dress and everything. I was in a big fat skirt and everything. And I got up, I was like, oh, that was great, God. I just took my shoes off and ended up walking barefoot. I was like, this is a fun experience. You could have just told me to take my shoes off. And the essence is like connect with Mother Earth. You mean like ass to face, like straight face to the ground? I'm praising you from the ground, looking up at you like this is great. This doesn't feel like rain. I feel like you're pissing on me. No, it was one of those. But I hurt myself. How do you know? Because this morning my whole fucking thigh is all fucked off. I'm like, damn, what's this fucking knot in my leg? And then I remembered I fell. I've fallen. I don't need a hip replacement or anything. My hips aren't lying. But in essence, my reality got shattered, because that's your legs and that goes to your root, which is your reality. So protectiveness, what else was the other one? Greed, not me. Mistrust, yeah, I don't trust you. Why? Because your actions are misleading. Maybe you're a trustworthy person, bro, but you on the surface look like you can't be trusted. And that goes back to Wolfman. Actually, not just Wolfman, but like Russ. I don't trust you, bro. Where does that come from? Look at you. You've been stealing from me since the day I met you. Why do you think I don't trust you? You don't want to look at yourself. No, I'm not an untrustworthy person. What are you talking about, bro? You've been stealing from me since the day I met you. And that goes back to the rest of you. I have not reason to believe. I have accusations plus proof. You're proven guilty until you can prove your innocence at this particular point in time. And that's your patterns and programming. It's like, can you prove to the parole board that you're a changed man? And I'm not the parole board, but you're trying to prove to me or the parole board that you have learned from your fucking mistakes and you will not repeat these patterns if we release you. Right? That goes to you, Bobby. Can you prove to me? And that's what I said. You guys are unhealed. You're going to fucking pattern on me. Not to say I won't pattern on you, but I become aware of it the very second I've done it. Once I tell you you're fucking acting up, you're like, no. And you start getting all defensive and run away. Or talk shit, or want to fight, or some shit. There's no fucking reflection back to you. There's no, self-awareness. No, that's not my life. Russ has been trying to show me that there's nothing wrong with him since the beginning. Well, then quit trying to make a music career saying there is. Oh, Jerry. I'll run at you right now, bro. He brings out all my unhealthiness. Really? He does. Can't you see? Yep. He is the thorn in my flesh. He makes my flesh rise. Very tempting to fucking rise at this moment. And that's where a lot of my healing. I was like, dude, I have to seek all. He reveals all my darkness because it just comes out at him. I will fuck you up. I'm gonna fucking hit you with my car. You have the. You will fucking bow to me when I see you. That's why God took away my car and wouldn't let me go nowhere when he was in town. I'm like, she's not going to be able to control this. She's going to get a wild hair up her ass and hit him with the car. It's like, you're coming to my fucking mountain? You're coming to my mountain? He wanted to see me. God's like, nope, she's not ready. She's going to tear you apart, buddy. One way or another. Probably. Going back to it, firm. I'm firm. I'm not gonna fucking play this. I'm not compromising on certain things. And that's like it. I was trying to, but in essence, in doing that, I just had to realize how far I will go. That's it. Part of it is like, oh, you should have never done that. No, you get to see how far you'll go. And they're like, why'd I go that far? Oh, because I'm an idiot? No, just kidding. I didn't go that far for anyone else. I didn't take those risks for anyone else. That's that specialness where, you know what I mean? You pushed me to want it more than anyone else. Or I pushed myself. I don't know. But either way, you pushed me away. Or I pushed you away. Damn, mirror on the wall. I don't care. I really don't. Realistically. I mean, it's like, you blocked him again? That's so day one. It didn't work back then. Maybe it'll work now. The definition of insanity is repeating a pattern, thinking that it'll change. Shut up! I'm so tired of my mind and trying to figure it out. What would you do? What would Jesus do? Love them. Not the answer we're looking for right now, Jesus. That's always his answer. Jesus Christ. That's what you do all day, pretty much. Try to work through the mind and figure out what God wants me to do with my fucking life. You know what he wants me to do? Work through the mind. All I heard is, what do you want? That's all the fucking universe ever wants to know. So they can give you what you want, right? Whatever you like. The problem is, you don't really know what you want. Your heart wants something, and your mind wants something else. And when you send this fucking signal out, you get these dirty-ass fucking connections that I get. These fucked up ass jobs, these toxic ass relationships. It's like somebody spiked the Kool-Aid with something sour, which was my thoughts. My dirty thoughts ruined my fucking happily manifestations. So realistically, I don't want anything until I can figure out how to want the right things. And that's what it is. I want it, but I don't want it. And that means I'm not aligned. So that's why I was burning the alignment. I need to align this thing. And that's what it is. Why can't I get my mind to do what my heart says? Because it has all these fears and programmings and things. Ugh. So you go back to the original problem, which is always the original. We go back to the atom, the spark of light. You're killing me, bro. I'll do everything. I'll do anything. I have always done everything to get you guys out of my energy. We're right back where we started. I understood what was bringing him in. But now we have to understand is, all right, I don't want to do that anymore. Okay, but it's nearly impossible because I still have the want. I can't deny the want. So now I need to figure this out. I need to channel this. And that's what we're trying to do, is channel this thought to align with, oh, it's just impossible. The work I do is so impossible. I'm going to give myself a headache and pass out. I can't manifest anything new with the way that with my new perception. All I can do is work on it. And that's what I also realized is, like I said, you know, I'm not ready to start astronomy. We're supposed to be working on the psychology. So then all of a sudden, here we are deep in the psychology. And it's like, I don't have the information. And they're showing me, it's like, I do. I have that fucking big-ass book that chick wrote based on Carl Jung's teachings. And then I have Carl Jung's teachings here. to guide me through these new levels of psychology. Plus, we're supposed to be learning astronomy. How do you learn these parallel? Because that's where the conscious is. That's where the information came from. They're parallel. It's not like I'm switching from different dimensions. These align in this dimension. And then what we do is we go to lower dimensions, like earlier stages of fucking learning of the dark nights of the soul, where we're relearning, you know what I mean? Where we go down, but the up is the new information. The down is just reinforcing old information or old taught patterns. And that's where it's like, I totally stopped saying the F word, and then all of a sudden it'll come back up, and it's like, you need to keep that discipline. And that's why we're always revisiting past levels of healing to continue to reinstill those ways while we're incorporating new ways, right? So it's like moving, it's like choreography, right? Typically when you learn choreography, you learn the first 3 steps, okay? Then you learn the next 3, you repeat those, and then you learn the next 3 steps, right? Then you'll go back, you'll do the first 3 steps, and then you'll learn those next 3 steps. Then you'll learn, so in the essence, it's those first steps you keep repeating, is that start off, right? And you're just learning it. So then you keep doing it, and you get stronger each time you do it. It's like I'm seeing a tornado effect, right? It starts from the top and it goes down. So that's where we are. We're constantly revisiting past healing stages, and that's helpful to the people that they're new stages to them, because we're reinforcing what we already knew, but looking at it if we're still weak in that stage. And that's Kobe. I'm seeing it all the way. This whole fucking boot camp again. Here we go again. This whole training thing. And that's where it is. It's like, you know, you have to work on your dribble, but you have to work on your shoot. And you have to work on your defense, but you have to work on this. And we got to work on all areas all the time, and we just got to keep jumping around. And that's what he said, is you've got to be able to play all positions. Thanks, Kobe. Jesus Christ. Kobe in the house. Anyways, here comes Kobe and all these references. And that's what we're doing right now. So we're moving into higher levels of psychology, but we have to go back to the lower levels to bring that, you know what I mean, to keep those still installed while we're putting in new information. Yeah? It's like a... it's like a lasagna or like a cake is what they're showing me. You still need those layers. It's the same layers, but you need to layer them. That's what they're showing me. Really? Yeah. And every year we layer this cake better to where it's thick, right? And you won't, it won't be layered like that. It's like you can't smell the eggs and the flour and the sugar and the vanilla. You can just smell the frosting. You can just see the greatness. You don't know all of the different layers it took to put into this, like a lasagna, until you cut it open and you can see all the different layers of greatness. Or like a tree. You can't see how long it's been, you know what I mean, growing. Good stuff. We're all over the place. Alright, take me back to wherever the fuck, take me back to the Paradise City, where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Alright, we're obviously still messing around with the song and dance. Geez, there's a, I heard Marshall's song, same song and dance. There's a trippy piece of art. Alright, I'm somehow holding these, so I think there's a dragonfly in here. Is there? There should be. Let me see. The goat is what we started with. Let me see. I mean, I know it's in other books, but I keep seeing the dragonflies. That's what I said. I can't grab a picture of a dragonfly. It's like trying to grab a picture of a hummingbird. And then I yelled, I've done it before. I could grab a picture, but picture says 1,000 words. Is there a dragonfly in here? I feel like there should be. It's like one of the most... If it's not, it's on my lover's card. And that's what I told Diana last night. I was like, my lover's card has the dragonfly on it. When I see the lover's card, I see it as balance between masculine and feminine internally. When I see the 2 of Cups card, that's when I see another man and another woman. That talks about a relationship with someone else. I don't see that in the lover's card. And I don't see a fucking dragonfly card in there. Oh, they said it's in here. Lovely. Thanks, Metatron. Makes sense. I keep 2 cards in here. And we talked about Metatron. He says it's in there. Alright. Whatever you say, buddy. It's in the Sacred Geometry, the dragonfly. Go figure. Go figure. That's where we're working on. How do you keep up? I can't. I just go with it. It just switches. It's like, you know, your mind just keeps going. You jump from fucking channel to channel. You see the images and you got to keep going. If I try to slow down, I'll get stuck and I'll forget because the images are still coming. That's why I was like, what was I doing? Because I keep seeing more. Dragonfly. June Companions. Told you, he had a card for me. They give me the images and then I remember. And that's what it is. Visions. I don't have a memory though. They get triggered by other stuff. And that's what I was saying. Oh, going back to Pitbull. That song came on and I remembered all these different times that I had been around Pitbull and what Pitbull's music, his music activated all these memories. So the times that I had seen him, other times. I got tickets. I was pregnant with, I ended up going to see Baby Bash, which was pretty fucked up. I had pissed my ex-husband off at that one. Oh, shit. Anyways, I got tickets for him in San Diego, and I sold those bitches, because it was, I don't know, Mr. Worldwide. I mean, I've seen him a million billion times. Plenty of times here in Colorado. Since the beginning. I think I even saw him at the fucking, hold on, I'm trying to get some cards to read. The Mardi Gras, the Miami Mardi Gras. Really? Yeah. I did a lot with my life. You look at, like, what were you doing? Running away? Starting new lives? True story. In Florida, I ran away from California. It was after I left my ex-husband. I ended up over there. I had family, so they took me in, and I started doing a new job and started, trying to start a new life. What happened? I fucking don't want to tell that. Please don't make me tell that. Alright, I found out I was pregnant. And I had to go back and fucking have an abortion. And that's what brought me back to California. You had an abortion? Yeah, I had to. And to be honest, more than that. Because I had gotten pregnant before that. And I just killed the fetus. I just purposely started doing drugs and alcohol to stop it. I got pregnant right before I met my husband. I was living with this guy in downtown Denver. And he was straight up like, all right, we're going to take care of it. And it wasn't free in Denver. He had to save up for it. So it took him a couple of weeks to save up for it. And it was just devastating. I just went into partying. And I ended up just fucking killing it. And he didn't need it. And I remember him being excited. Well, let's spend the money then. He had like almost $400 saved up for my abortion. And I ended up taking care of it myself, just doing a whole bunch of cocaine and drinking. So, yeah, I'm a baby killer. That's why I left. And that wasn't the only thing, though. There was a lot going on there. I got into a huge fight with my aunt that I was staying with and shit. But during that time, I was living in a homestead. I was working on her little ranch over there. And then I had a car and stuff, so on the weekends I would go into the city and go hang out there. And that caused problems. I wasn't allowed. That was where the constraints came on. It was all good if I stayed there in town and I just, didn't do shit and I just lived, as her little companion, as one of the dogs on her fucking little ranch. But when I started, seeking freedoms and stuff, she started getting annoyed. And I gotta be honest, dude. Whoever the family member is, he's related to us, that lived in the back, he gave me the strongest weed I have ever smoked in all my years. Even to this day, I remember him giving me a bud. It was some Maui Wowie is what I heard. I don't know what it was, bro. I didn't know Spanish well enough to speak with him, and he didn't know English enough to speak. He was just like a cousin or an uncle or somebody that lived there. And he gave me this bud, bro, and I remember being higher than I've ever been in my entire life. I don't know where that weed came from, though. I have no idea. Maybe it was some Tide stick. I don't know what it was, bro, but I remember that. I remember because it was homestead. So homestead back then was it was all agriculture. That was the migrant workers. That was all the fields and shit. So there was this enormous strawberry field right behind her house that had been abandoned. They were like as big as your fist. You could walk down, these roads. They were nothing but fields of agriculture, and they had the migrant workers. So you could get fucking everything, dude. There was oranges. There was mangoes. There was everything. It was all just growing around. Seriously, like fucking like flowers, bro, all up and down the streets. It was really great where I lived. And that's where she cashed out. She had a piece of land where they were buying up all this land and developing it. You know what I mean? And she wouldn't give it up. And then she finally did, and she cashed out. She moved to Hawaii and moved on with her life. But that's how I was in Florida. And I went there also later on business trips, and then I just went for personal because, you know, I loved Florida. Yeah, that was it. A lot of running. A lot of running. That's what I realized is I would just run away. I try to forget my life and start a new life. It's not hard for me to do. That's my norm, to be honest. That's normal to me. And that's where we're trying to break patterns. My dad said that to me when I was older. He's all, you're just like your fucking mom. You just pack up your fucking kids and run all over America. And that hit me real hard. I was like, whoa, I really do. So after that, I stayed still. I realized that, you know, I'm repeating something. I'm doing what she did. And seriously, she had the most amazing stories similar to mine. It's almost like I repeated her footprints. I don't know. Footprints in the sand. There's a good one. Are you keeping up? You can't possibly. My fucking everything's pouring out of me. Transformation. June companions. Dragonflies and swallowtail butterflies adorned this card and speak of transformation. The flowered background holds the complex geometric informational system known as the flower of life. This card addresses transformative powers that are at work in your life. This is not an instantaneous process, but like a butterfly moving from egg to larva to cocoon to adult, or the dragonfly moving from egg to nymph to chrysalis to adult. The changes in your life will progress through a series of stages. Where are we? The dark night of the soul. This is going to take a while. I'm not going to be back on track for a minute. Really? Yeah, I'm there. I have to do this. I already said it. We had plenty of, you know what I mean, confirmation. It was in all of my cards. And that's where it is. And it came back again last night. You're going to have to stay in a place of emptiness. You know what I mean? Unknown until you get refilled. I said it myself the day before. I'm emptying my cup. I got to take off all these experiences and start over. It's a new year. Really? Yeah, it's about to be the wicked new year. Your conscious relationship to life you lead in the physical dimension, and the shifts that are taking place in the fabric of reality at this time are serving to accelerate movement in your present circumstances. And that's it. I have to do this alignment to get my manifestations right. Otherwise, I'm just manifesting old shit. I got to get aligned with this. And that's it. Where are you going to... I don't manifest off the mind. I realized when I did, and I've made a mistake. That's why everybody wants my powers, is I can really call it in, whatever I want. And I sit here not wanting, but when I want something, it comes, but I'm not aligning it perfectly. I'm trying to tune this better. And that's what people want. I wish I could just have whatever I wanted. It's not exactly how it works. You are doing that. Didn't you see that? I'm calling in what I want, and so are you. You just don't realize it. It's like, look back at your toxic boyfriends. And I heard you, Marshall, last night. That hit me in the gut. It's like, why do I always keep ending up like this? I guess this says something about me. Maybe I need to look in the mirror. That's my favorite song. I always say that about that. But his song, Normal, I just want y'all to be normal. Why can't you bitches just be normal? That's really, it's a self-reflecting song. It's like, you're me. It's not you, it's me. You'll get to that place and start blaming other people. And then you'll keep blaming them. Like, you're doing this to me. That's the Tower card. You blame the initiator. You did this. You made me feel like this. You made me act like this. I didn't make you do shit. You have no control over yourself. Yeah, I know. Get away from me. I have no control. Open yourself to wisdom that is coming your way through both rational and intuitive sources. And that's what it means to be shut down. Don't take action. You receive information before you take action. You need your new mission. You need to know what you're supposed to be focused on before you go out just doing shit. This is very difficult. Use your intuition and personal discernment, and remember, quantum physics tells us that tiny packets of light comprised of all the matter in the comprise all the matter in the universe. Between these bursts of light are small, still places called choice points. You have a choice in the matter, and that's it. When I make a decision, when you put your mind to something, here it comes. Whether you go chasing it or not, bro, and that's what I'm trying to show you. That's the power, is the power of my mind. When I say I want something, here it comes. And I start going towards it. I can feel it, and I start taking actionable steps to clear out the way of it. Know that change, and that's it. I want new clothes. I want new winter clothes. So my actionable step is, I know I have to get in there and clear it out. That's all I got to do. I know that God delivers. I know how this works. All I got to do is get rid of those clothes and he'll give me new clothes. If I want something, I just have to create a space for it and it'll come into my life. I'll teach you that. But that's, you got to be careful because you know where it's coming from. What are you bringing into your life? When I realized how hard I was manifesting Russ, I was scared for at least the next year and a half that it was going to work. I wanted him, and I was afraid I was going to get him, and I'd be stuck with him. She came in, bro. She came in and took all that. She took all that karma I was going to catch. She's stuck with him. She's stuck with his unhealed ways. I would have been stuck, bro. I wouldn't have been able to heal me, focused on his healing. And that's really what it is, you know, people mean more to us than we mean to ourselves. So, you know, I lose track of myself caring about you. It's just the truth. I stop caring about, I care about myself less and care about you more. And that's what this part of the journey is learning, is I have to love myself more than I love you. I have to pour into myself as much as I'm pouring into you. Stop giving everything I have to you. These are all harsh lessons. We're on some high level shit. And then you look at, we're this high. Where the fuck will I be next year? How far ahead in mental capacities will I be next year? It's a slow process, but it's like, dude, I inherited all this. You know what I mean? That's that fucking Pinnacles, you know what I mean? That's like, it took me a long time to learn all of this. One card at a time, one thought at a time, one programming at a time, everything. One crystal at a time, one step at a time, dude. And that's what God gives you, just one. He'll tell you what to do, one thing, and he wants you to sit still there with that feeling. Process it, your big step that you just made, right? I do these all the time. I'd be stepping in fucking in the name of love. But it's like he wants you to sit with this. Sit with it. You just did something huge. Look at the big thing. Look at what you let go of. Look at the possibilities. He wants you to sit with it so you don't run right back into it. Right? One step at a time. And you'll sit there like me. Well, what am I supposed to do? Just sit there. Process all this out. And then I'll tell you what to focus on next. And that's where it is we'll just focus on any thought that comes in our mind, any image that we see on the internet, anything anybody else is talking about. Oh, did you buy tickets to the next thing? I didn't even think about it. And that's what people say, I didn't even think about it. But now that you've put the thought in my mind, I must do this. In the essence, it's like, are you thinking about fucking Christmas? Not until you made me. Now I'm a little stressed out. And that's it. You know what I mean? People put these thoughts in your head. They put these images. They put these things that make you worry because you're chasing these things that they are concerned with. I wasn't worried about it until you made me worried about it. I didn't even care about fucking Christmas until now we realize it's, how close? I asked my daughter too. I was like, her birthday is next month. What do you want? Why? I need to start manifesting it now. She needs to tell me what she wants, and I need to tell God to give me a way to get what she wants. If I want what you want, then, you know what I mean? If I want it, then I need to tell God what I want. I want to get these things for her. What does she want? She wants a skateboard. What else did she say? Fuck. She just told me this morning. Oh, the phone falls. I didn't even touch the table. I don't remember what she told me. My memory's bad. She said a skateboard, some earbuds. I'm like, you don't even like earbuds. She's like, you can hide them in class. Okay, whatever. She doesn't like them. She has little ears like me. That's why we wear the big headphones. They hurt our ears. But she wants that. What else did she say? There was like 3 things. Just 3 things. Really? Yeah, that's it. That's all she wanted. So I need to work on that, though, because realistically, a bitch is unemployed. You know what I mean? Her birthday's at the end of the month and stuff, so I need to figure this out. I need to, start manifesting. God, she wants things. I need these things in my life. Right now, just basic. God, I want some new winter clothes. We need some new winter clothes. It's about to be Winterfest. And I told my son this morning, and my daughter this morning, I told her, Halloween's this month. We need to start manifesting it now if we want to have something at the end. Start deciding what you want to be so that we can start, bringing it in. And realistically, we've done it a million times. We did it when they were little. In September, I'd be the first person in there buying all of our, Halloween costumes, spending hundreds of dollars on costumes. They're literally $50 a piece. They always are. I don't know if you ever bought these motherfuckers, but when you go buy a packaged costume, my favorite fucking place in the whole wide world is the costume store up in on Colfax. But that's where it is we've learned how to put together our own costumes. I don't really need shit. I'm a whole ass witch. I know how to do the makeup and everything. But, just kind of shit like that. It's like, what's important? This is important. Those things are important. You know what I mean? Everything else really isn't. Do I have to, worry about shit? And then Christmas will get closer. And that's it. You know what I mean? We'll be closer to understanding. I don't stress. I try not to. And that's the good thing about having God. All right, choice points. And that's it. All the time, God is telling you to make a choice, a very difficult choice, especially on a Friday. You always have a choice in the matter. Know that change does not have to be traumatic. You may choose to embrace the change that is taking place, or see that this is not the correct path for your personal growth, and use these choice points to redirect the path of your transformation. The dragonfly and swallowtail ask you to allow transformation to become joyful and acceptance of the dance of life. And that's it. It's like, I'm ever changing because I need to make changes. It's like, just when you have me figured out. You don't have me figured out, and neither do I. Quit pretending like we know what I am. Quit pretending like you know me. I'm spending all this time to discover me. And a lot of it that we're discovering is just unbelievable fucking trauma and shit. But it's not, hindering me. Just in the moment of the discovery. It's a little shocking when we first see, my triggered behaviors over some fucking past, repressed fucking trauma. But otherwise, it's like, I'm always changing. And that's what we're supposed to do, is constantly be evolving and getting better from a day-to-day experience. The day should have some worth to you. You should have learned or gained something out of this day that makes you a better person tomorrow. You should have gained some wisdom, some knowledge, maybe a couple of coins, doesn't really matter, but something bigger than today, where you won't repeat today tomorrow. That's called the mundane. That's literally the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over every day of your life, going to the same job, eating the same meal, living the same life, which is nothing but a pattern of security, thinking it's going to get better, that you're going to feel better about it. Reversed. You are in a cocoon stage. Be advised not to force change, but rest and allow the transformation to take place quietly within your being. I already know that. I already told you that. That's what's happening. I'm cocooning. Have you watched that movie, Cocoon? It's a great movie. That's me, the soul inside of the fleshy body. But we're not in a... They paint it as the soul is in that shape. I'm a shapeshifter. I'm just a light. I can fit the light wherever. I can get in where I fit in. Fill up the whole room with light. But, no, we're not in a shape. We can take shape, but we're not a shape. That's one thing that you guys misinterpret a lot about this spirit, the spirit realm. They have to take a familiar shape for you to recognize. They have to come in a form that's easy to your eyes. Going back to the seraphim. Because you can't comprehend them outside of... You can't comprehend anything outside of yourself. So they have to come in a form that's pleasing to you. Really? Yep, the power of shape-shifting. And that's where you can't recognize, you know what I mean? You can only see what's in face. And if it doesn't look right, then you question it, you fear it, and you seek to destroy it. So the spirit realm comes in familiar faces, is what that is. Alright, I feel like I've pushed out so much fucking cosmic information that really, does it align with anything? Are we in alignment? That's what we're trying to do. We're having an alignment happen. Really? Takes time. You have to do a full diagnostic. You have to fucking figure out what the problem is first. You have to figure out where we're misaligned. Who's they? Us? They're just going to point it out, bring it to the surface. We're the one that has to do the hard work. which is ever since I got with this scientific fucking angel. Now I become a scientist. Bill Nye the Science Guy. There's no female scientists. Do we know a female scientist? A famous female scientist? Oh, that would be me. I'm not a scientist. I'm a spirit with scientific knowing. I really don't want to read the Celestial Sound card. I'm saving that for later. Why? I don't know. I just don't feel it. It feels too heavy. Like I'll just get stuck in it too long. So we're going through companionship. June. That's a Gemini. Oh, I saw so many cards. What'd you see? The Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, and the Sun. Just don't look down. Don't look at the cards. Let them surprise you. Don't look into the future. Let it be a surprise, as if. Like you know what's going to happen? Pretty much. Can't you see where this toilet bowl is flowing? What's on the bottom? What fell out of the cards? The Seven of Wands. What is that? Oh, that's defenses. That's putting your guard up. Really? I can give you a deeper description. Or we could just read it through the little cards that it came with. Let's just read out of here. Why? Because I'll know when we have to go deep. I'm already too deep. 7 coins, wands. These are just side notes. You can go into deep descriptions, and that's why each of these have a different description. I mean, the basic description is boundaries, defense, and protection. The reverse possibility is surrender, losing a battle, and jealousy. All right, we got our boundaries up, and that's what that one just said. Defenses and protection. I told you, there's a lot of protective energy going on around us. We're trying to, when you go in, you have to set up a shield. You have to, you know what I mean? When when you go into your house, you have to make sure that your guards are outside so you don't get, caught off guard, is what I'm hearing. So, going back to Steve's love tarot, no, my fucking angels are not taking a break, not never. And they're not giving me a break either. But as far as your protection, get you a citrine right away. Start burning you some sage. There's lots of different herbs, but just keep it fucking simple. Palo Santo, any of that shit. Keep your energy high by playing good music. You know what I mean? I promise you, I can get rid of negative people by playing fucking Christmas music. It drives them crazy and they run away in their pain and suffering. High vibrational music, you know what I mean? Keeps fucking ugly people away. Sage keeps ugly shit away. It really does. Like actual people, they'll just literally leave because they don't like the smell. Something about it irritates their flesh. All right, bye-bye now. Shit like that. Take lots of spiritual baths. Wash your energy. If you feel like something, you just like feel drained and shit, go refresh. Wash it off. Start over. Change your underwear. Restart the day as many times as you need. I could go into whole stages of protection, but those are just some basics just to get you started. All right, challenge to your status. There's always that. There's always this person that says I'm not what I am and I don't have the powers I do. They always want to challenge my authority and what I just said. At this particular moment, I'm sure Bobby wants to challenge the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth that I have just served him. You don't want to say that this is that. He wants to believe that it was something else. Hey, bro, I'm not believing any more lies. This isn't what we're doing here. This is stupid. You know what we're doing here? We're being very unhealthy. Anybody could have seen that on the outside. How about we see it on the inside? You want to see your inside? Shut up. You don't even talk dirty like that. Somebody wants to, though. Protect your energy and your space. Create healthy boundaries. Hold your ground. Fight for your beliefs. Reverse possibility is a surrender, losing battle, and jealousy. I'm not jealous. Are you jealous? You could be. A bitch could be. Losing a battle. It is always a losing battle. The battle is only a victory if there's actually something worth winning. What was I trying to win? Peace of mind. So in essence, did I lose? No, I surrendered. Both sides of the card. That's what that means. All right, that's our current energy. We are being protective of our energy. We are supposed to be. Or you're just going to give in. I don't know. It could be anywhere. Spiritual work at hand. Oh, yes. Is that the cocoon? The liberation card? What is this? The rebirth, I think, in my other cards. Liberation is judgment. Rebirth, forgiveness, awakening. Are we going through an awakening? I told you we were. The card of spiritual awakening and freeing of the soul. Throw off the limiting pressures of judgment from self or others and unfurl into your divine self. This is a sign that it is time for self-forgiveness, that a deep awakening is upon you. You are understanding your wholeness